What do the kids say? YOLO? YOLO swaggins? This wall of... Yeah, Temple Garden, even though we have Kiki in our hand here. Just like, you know, we'll see. Oh, they have the Dismember. Gross. I loved you, Birds of Paradise. I loved you so much. Like, fucking modern, man. Just like this format. This is why Stream Decker's not updated. Thank you. God bless. This is why we play memes in this format. Because Ancient Tomb is legal. Splinter Twin, too strong. Turn 2 Thought Not Seer. It's cool. It's cool. NBD. It's just the norms. It's what you're allowed to do. It's okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's just go. And someone could tell me I should have mulliganed that hand, and then just like, it's just like, man, we'd have mulliganed that hand, and then they'd have had that start anyways, and it wouldn't have mattered. Alright, so we'll cut some of these awkward bullets. I think Selfless Spirit's fine here. Definitely want all of these. Oh, you don't want to ask me about limited. I don't do limited. I guess I'll leave the acidic slime since they have Tron pieces. Play it out. People just don't value their time. You should just move on with your life is the answer. It's okay. You don't have to play out games where you're like 2% to win. I promise. I promise you your life will be happier. I mean, like, that hand needed to draw 1 land and the spells were good, right? So, like, some hands need to draw land, some hands need to draw spells. And the hand needed, like, exactly 1 land to be fine. Got 2 more cuts here. I think I want the Justices and the Alliance. I guess maybe I don't need the Justice. Like, just Alliance. I don't know if the hand was fine. It was certainly borderline. I've definitely kept worse hands. Gonna cut a couple birds. And like, thankfully our opponent like had the nuts. So like, if we would have mulliganed, we would have like gotten Thoughtseize done turn 2 by a 4/4 and like died anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, Kismet drafts are back in Hex. I think they kicked them off on Friday. They patched today, but I'm not actually sure if Kismet drafts live or not. Let me check my client. I think they're still 665. I don't know if I can tell. Not a way for me to tell what format it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Like to play first. That sounds fine. It's a touch awkward because I want to hold the fetch land for post Lotus Cobra. So I'm going to lead on Horizon Canopy and end up taking quite a bit of damage here. Can I get a witness? That's probably fine. Do I take a witness or just take this fetch land? I guess the witness gets this fetch land back if I need it, right? That's probably fine to take. Maybe I'm supposed to play Cobra on 2 there? That's possible. Wizards of the Coast is so bad at managing their internal formats. It's so funny. It's so funny that they banned Eye of Ugin instead of Eldrazi Temple. The ability to make turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer is so much harder with Eye of Ugin than Eldrazi Temple. It's so much more difficult. Birthing Pod's too strong. Turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. All right, go. I guess, you know, whatevs. It's cool. It's cool, fair and balanced. Magic Gathering's tough. It's tough. All right, at least we get to, like, make a buck ton of mana next turn, I guess. At least, like, our obnoxious amounts of mana you can interact with removal spells. Yeah, you have to go turn 1 Eye, turn 2 colorless land, Simian Spirit Guide. Dwight understands. We get 2 shots to draw a live magic card here. We get our draw step, plus we get a redraw off of this. I would rather deal with, I would much prefer my opponent had a bunch of Eldrazi Mimics in their deck, because it would mean they would have a bunch of really bad top decks in the mid to late game. That's what having a bunch of Eldrazi Mimics in my opponent's deck would mean. All right, how much mana does this make? How much mana can I make? This is 3 for 5, so I could Kiki a voice this turn. That seems fine. Red. Yes. Red. I'm gonna crack this for Stomping Ground. Temple Garden, since I already have my double red. I like to make red. Kiki this now. One of the important things to note about Kiki-Jiki is that he makes you sacrifice the thing at end of turn, so we'll get an elemental token here. This is my 5/5. My 5/5 is amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Conceding to it all is dust here. And that's true. So, like, one of the reasons why I wanted to try this again was the fact that, like, Lotus Cobra does make this card much easier to cast when you draw it. Like, that is certainly a feature and not a bug. Block. They need 2 pieces of removal to get me here. These just trade. That's good for me. They have 2 pieces of removal. So they have 2 pieces of removal. I mean, they had 2 cards in hand, right? Why wouldn't they have 2 pieces of removal? I think I'm just casting this. I think I want to save this witness to get back Kiki at some point. I could have been conservative and like blocked with my voice on here as well, I guess. It smells like there might be something crappier than this game in my basement, so I'll be right back. I need to check. I need to check and see if they Whoop. You lying to me? I think you pooped. Yeah. Yeah. Big poop. Oh. The poop poop was in your belly. Nose, Declan. Nose when there's poop poop. Sorry about that. An easy block there, especially with this Blessed Alliance in hand. Ghost Quarter, sure. About that. Sure. Are they just planning to like Ghost Quarter me off my colors? Sure. Oh, I clicked the wrong land. Damn it. I just assumed they were Ghost Quartering the red. Alright, I drew that like a professional, so that's nice. Make green. Cast this, get back Kiki-Jiki. I mean, maybe I could keep the Blessed Alliance now. You maybe could have made an argument that I should have picked the Voice of Resurgence back up there. Alright, well, they're gonna have Tron. It's a pretty good one. Attack with this. Yep. They don't want to attack into the Blessed Alliance anyways. Seagate Wreckage, that's cute. What's this, Bull Flute? Oh, that's just them draw a card, got it. This Walking Ballista. Smells like Walking Ballista. Stomping Ground here. Take mana off my Lotus Cobra. Do this in response. Grab my Voice of Resurgence back. It's like the single best draw on their deck. Probably the second best, right? Maybe third if they have Ugin. These decks don't usually play Ugin though, right? This would be the what would be the actual best? The what's it called? All is Dust would be probably their best draw. If they attack here, I'm gonna snap trade one of these for this. I don't think this attack is good for them still. Depends on how aggressive they want to be here. Hopefully they attack and then we get 2 shots at a fiery. I put it in Fiery Justice, right? Yeah, and we get 2 shots at Fiery Justice to like kill this, kill this. Yes, yeah, their deck has a lot of bricks in it. I should have just played this pre-combat probably. I should have just played this pre-combat instead of trying to be tricky with this. The good news is they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so they can't, because they don't have Tron, they can't put a ton of counters on this. Yeah, I think this sequencing was a mistake. Pretty committed now. I guess getting a second resto is not the worst. They're going to 9 here, and I've got 6 flying power, and I get to draw a card. We did do a Smasher. Probably we'd take 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're dead to a Smasher. I guess I could jump block to not be dead to a Smasher, but like we're not going to win that game long term. Alright, what you got, opponent? Sure. I mean, Kiki-Jiki's dead, so I'm like not really sure what they're gonna name with that. Okay, we're in an okay spot now. That's funny. You gotta, what, dodge 1 draw step here? Your turn. Alright, beat turn 2 Thought Knots here the second time. I don't think I want these explosives in my deck. I want these explosives in my deck just for... I'm gonna bring Reclamation Sage in for the purpose of killing Walking Ballista. I probably should have done that from the start. Walking Ballista is really annoying. Selfless Spirit's okay. I'm just gonna board these birds out. I think so. That's what I want to do with my life. Is that real? Nah, I don't like attacking the mana base in this deck. We have like Acidic Slime to like keep them off of Tron if it becomes obnoxious, but I think our Chord of Callings are more important than their like 1 or 2 copies of All Is Dust. Is Pia not good enough in this matchup? I guess Voice into Pia is pretty good. It's a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna run it like this. Not sure if I'm supposed to have these birds in my deck or not. Could go either way. They're such bad top decks. I mean, they can't possibly have turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer for a 3rd game in a row, right? That just means they're gonna have turn 3 Tron this game. If they turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer me again, I might concede the league and start playing Legacy. God bless. God bless. We'll keep playing Modern. Alright, so I drew that. This probably wants to get Sacred Foundry here. Oh. Gonna snap this block here. Gives them a potential extra land this turn, which sucks. Yeah. I mean, I'm always taking donation lists, but there's a pretty sizable backlog for donation stuff. If you look at the donation queue, there's a lot of decks in there. Okay. Their hand is kind of anemic. The Walking Ballista, which sucks. Yeah. Alright, so what am I supposed to do here? I'm probably just supposed to get more lands into play, right? I guess I could get Voice back. I think I'm just supposed to get a fetch land back here, though. My hand just needs mana. Am I ever going to do a 24-hour stream? I don't think so. 24-hour streams are just pretty miserable. I think I'd rather just like do a few different longer streams throughout the course of the week. Jeskai Ascendancy combo. This was a great trade for me. That was fantastic. Do they have another Walking Ballista then? Like, I'm super excited for them to like trade this for my Voice of Resurgence token. It's a good swap for me. I'm gonna take this hit for now. I could trade a Voice for this later, and also like if we were Restoration Angel, I can blink this and get a land back, which would be nice. It's a Endbringer. It's pretty scary. Yeah. Yes, I just changed poop.
Was it nice enough for Chase to just have that one piece of coat?
Yeah, switch your ears out.
Oh, baby.
Alright. Okay, so we hit that. This Endbringer's really annoying. Gonna have to draw them a lot of cards.
Oh, baby.
I just don't have a good clean answer to it right now. This configuration's lack of paths and lack of paths make this matchup much harder for us because of cards like Endbringer. Yes, Pythrion. So you can block things inside of combat, trade for them, and then like Blessed Alliance, whatever's left still attacking. You Reality Smasher. If both of these attack, I'm pretty okay here. You just... Modern is a format that is about giving up matchups. There's too many matchups in Modern. Every time you register for Modern Tournament, you are gambling. You are rolling a bunch of dice and hoping that the decks that you are choosing to beat and choosing to lose to are the ones you're actually going to play against and not play against. And I've chosen to have my removal hedge decks like Affinity and Death Shadow with Engineered Explosives and Fiery Justice, as opposed to hedging Eldrazi Tron, which has not been a popular deck recently. And you can't choose to beat everything. It's why a lot of professional Magic players don't like this as a competitive format, because they can't be prepared to play the format. They have to prepare and then hope to get lucky with good matchups. And it's okay if you enjoy that, but like, that's just a truth about the format. And if you want to play the format competitively, you need to understand that that's how this is going to work. You can't hedge everything, even in a toolbox deck like this. Even when we have our 1-ofs turn into 7-ofs post board, there's still just not enough sideboard slots. They don't exist. I think I'm just gonna crack this fetch now. Hopefully rip a Fiery Justice. If we don't rip a Fiery Justice like this turn, we're gonna be pretty dead. Like, if this was a path, we'd be better off here, right? But like, if it's a path against Burn, then it's much, much worse. God, our opponent just like chose to try and lose this game at every single point, just like not drawing cards, like traded a Walking Ballista for a voice token, traded drawing a card for a voice token, just like terrified that my card could do something. I'm just gonna die anyways, because we don't have the answers. There's modern generates a non-zero amount of good games of Magic. It's just like, there's going to be games where you just like genuinely don't get to play Magic because like you hit a matchup that you were hoping not to hit this weekend, and that's okay. It's okay. Like, that's a feature of the format. It's not a bug. That's how the format is designed. If they could manage the ban list, I'm just gonna gain 5 here, right? Because they could just tap this to kill it anyways. What'd they draw that they're not drawing cards? My opponent just keeps choosing to not draw cards with this, and I don't understand. I don't understand why they keep choosing to not draw cards. Alright, there you go. They drew Spatial Contortion. Alright, I'm good. Our opponent finally realized their card draws cards. Move on with our lives. Yeah, them's the beats. I've chosen these cards are better against Death Shadow than Path to Exile. This card is better against Death Shadow than Path to Exile. These cards are great against Death Shadow. So I'm choosing to hedge Death Shadow and choosing not to hedge Eldrazi Tron. And we played against Eldrazi Tron instead of Death Shadow. And then we died. You know, them's the beats. Had this been a Path to Exile, we'd have been very far ahead that game. So again, the cards you're picking to play are going to change your matchups pretty drastically. And like, the answer isn't, okay, I lost to Eldrazi Tron, now I should change my sideboard to be better against Eldrazi Tron. Okay, then now you're gonna lose to the other thing that you cut cards for to be better against Eldrazi Tron. Because my opponent's not gonna attack into the Blessed Alliance. Although, because I just assumed they were gonna draw cards, so I was hoping they'd ping my Cobra instead of drawing cards. Because if my opponent was smart, and maybe I shouldn't have played around my opponent being smart, they were just going to sit there and draw cards with their Magic card. Maybe I was in such a bad spot, I should have hoped my opponent was stupid, and maybe they attack anyways. I mean, like, that's not a terrible line, just like, hope my opponent is an idiot, and then we win because they're an idiot. And that could have possibly happened. We're at 13, maybe they attack, even though they should just sit there and generate unbeatable card advantage. Yeah, I like that line, Shadow Popo. My line of thinking was that the Lotus Cobra was going to get an activation out of them, and a ping activation was going to be better for me than them drawing a card, so like maybe they have less cards when I finally hit a Fiery Justice. But accepting the fact that I'm so far behind that I needed them to just make a bad play, like attacking with it instead of drawing a card, might be the better line there. Yeah, we do Magic every Thursday morning. I mean, we can't know that they're going to make a mistake. You could argue, there's a chance that they only attacked because they wanted to just, like, didn't care about the Lotus Cobra. I think the format would be better if they increased the size of sideboards. I think the format would be better if you didn't have to board cards for a bunch of degenerate, non-interactive combo decks. Whenever anyone talks about like containing or managing or moderating the given whatever, there's a donation. That it's like Grixis Delver but with worse cards. I hope you checked with me. Pyro Smasher. Oh, is this what what's his name been playing?
Macking Rock. I'm Macking plus Macking. Mac.
You can find my article on gatheringmagic.com talking about the things I would do to the modern ban list. Nice to have it written down so that way I don't have to repeat myself. Mana base is going to be pretty painful here. Might be a quick league. Might be a quick league. Dear opponent, take a screenshot, it lasts longer. God bless opponent. Just said in chat, sorry, Magic Online was using 2.8 gigs of RAM and had to restart. I actually want to hold that fetch land, right? Let's do this Rallier in hand. This is the part. Oh, they don't have a Death Shadow on 2. We're so lucky. They didn't push my bird. Man, everything's coming up, Millhouse. Yep. One of Punt Count Infinity double up to a $25 sub or quadruple 6x, something up to a bigger sub. Ooh, they're holding their push for the Cobra. Okay, that makes sense. All right, well now I have to wait, right? Because it only makes one more mana. I probably have enough lands at this point that I want to rally back the Cobra as opposed to a fetch land. Why did we not fetch in response to the push? Oh, because I'm dumb. Sorry, it's early. That'd have been much better, right?
Cool. Mackie's the cool Mackie. My Mackie the cool Mackie.
Your mask game is cool.
Oh, push. The owl. Owl is the owl. Owl. Where's the guy?
I think the Cobra Rallier version is much better. I think having that, I think it's not even just about the explosiveness. I think a big part of why this configuration is better than the older versions is because your mana creatures have power and toughness is a big deal. Is it dismember? I am so ready to get Temur Battle Rage next turn. It's not even funny. I just assumed my opponent was making a good line, and I didn't. That they didn't. Yep. Fuck. Ooh, we didn't get Temur Battle Rage. That's exciting. Exciting. 1 mana 5/5 deal. Yeah, if I would have played the Rallier the previous turn, I could have had a Resto in to play this turn. Big fishing, spin the G's, we doing big fishing up in NYC. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to be short of playing both Restos here, so I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to cycle it, so we could hit a Renegade Rallier. Missed. Alright, so we're gonna pass the turn here. If we don't get Battle Rage this turn, we're not in a terrible spot. We get to throw a block here and then Resto our blocker. And we're dead to Battle Rage no matter how we slice this, so... Death Shadow's a fair, interactive modern deck. It's not a combo deck. That would be wrong to say it's a combo deck. It would be unfair to Death Shadow players everywhere to imply that they were playing a combo deck. Oh, modern players. Fair, interactive, Magic the Gathering. I guess Eidolon's okay here. This is pretty bad. This is... I'm just cutting my birds, probably. I mean, I'm sure their last card was Stubborn Denial. Hey, Shannon! There's someone that appreciates the finer formats in life. The 14-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Got 2 more cuts. Maybe Eidolon isn't good enough here. Trim a Evolution as well, because getting it Stubborn Denial feels real bad. Feel like I'm due to not cash a league with this deck. I've cashed 4 out of 4 leagues so far, and that feels above average. That's how variance works, right? It needs a land, but it's pretty good if it finds one. It's got 2 castable spells, even if it doesn't. It's really terrible against turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Death Shadow, Temur Battle Rage you, but... Any ideas on how the Tron versus Death Shadow matchup looks? I feel like it's probably pretty close. If they don't have Fulminator Mages, or if they usually have Fulminator Mages or Ceremonious Rejection, so usually you can fight them on that axis. If you want to be better against Death Shadow as a Tron deck, you want to play some copies of Devour Flesh in your board. I wonder if MTGO Traders has Blood Suns in stock yet. No, they do not. Scottish! Welcome, 4 months back. Haven't been able to catch one of your streams lately. Finally able to use the new emotes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, I appreciate the continued support while you haven't been able to catch us live. Your previous results. You must be new, Dwight. Your previous results have no effect on this league. Okay, took my Rallier. That's a pretty good take. This is a decent draw. I'll grab Basic Forest and just jam this Voice of Resurgence. And then hopefully we can find a land of some sort next turn. Any land next turn lets us go Cobra into Skoos, right? Hey, look, our opponent kept a garbage hand. God bless. Do I even attack them? And this is the other thing about the Death Shadow deck, right? It's like, you have to ask yourself this question, like, am I supposed to attack with my 2/2 here? I almost feel like I'm not, right? So, like, I can't, like, trying to end the game punishes me? So it's like, do I even attack? I feel like I'm just, like, supposed to try and kill them in one shot. I feel like I'm not supposed to let them get their Death Shadow on the table while they're fumbling around. Next tournament or GP I will play in. The next one that they drastically changed the prize structuring for to make it worth my time to play. Yeah, that's the one. The one where they drastically changed the prize structure to make it worthwhile to play in. Rats! Our plan of not letting them have lands to enable their Death Shadow is coming together. Why do we play Mirran Crusader over Chameleon Colossus? Mirran Crusader is better against the non-Grixis variations of Death Shadow, like the 4-color and 5-color versions, because it's also protection from Tarmogoyf. We kept 2 lands on the play this game, right? I'm just making sure we didn't make that up. It's turn 6. We kept 2. It's turn 6. We kept 2 lands on the play this game. They found their second land, keeping 1 land on the draw before we did. Their deck plays 17 lands. Oh, Modern. Oh, Modern. We have 4 Oath of Nissa in our deck, too. Because my opponent was stuck on 1 land, which meant they couldn't lower their health total to put Death Shadow into play, and attacking them meant that I would be enabling their threat. Hey, their deck runs 18 lands. Fair. This deck's very good against the interactive decks, and they generate good games of Magic too. Like it's not a slaughter like typical good modern matchups are, but like you get to actually play interactive games of Magic, which I enjoy. So like again, someone asked about Fiery Justice here. If we draw a land finally on our 7th turn of the game to cast this Fiery Justice, we'll kill Gurmag and Death Shadow here. But of course, we're gonna draw Oath of Nissa. This brick's on a land time. God bless us, everyone. Oh, we have Lotus Cobra. We have Lotus Cobra. Yay, Lotus Cobra. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll crack this fetch. I'm gonna get Temple Garden here. That'll make 1, 2. Yeah, I could do this and I get it tapped, and then we'll Renegade Rallier this back into play. And then we'll use the mana from this fetch land to cast Fiery Justice and kill their board. Yes. Make red mana. Crack this for green. Make a white mana. So Justice is good as a pseudo sweeper against a lot of decks, and in this matchup it's also a pseudo sweeper. It's like, alright, kill both your things. Yeah, I think with the ability to cast Mirran Crusader, I'm gonna actually kill them now. Like, go ahead, put your next Death Shadow into play, that's fine. Anger of the Gods, that's a good one to know about. I did not bring in Burrenton Forge-Tender, and I'm going to. I don't like to bring in Forge-Tender in the dark in this matchup because some of these decks play Anger, and some of them play, what's it called? Some of them play Kozilek's Return, and Forge-Tender doesn't do anything against Kozilek's Return. So again, this card is worse against Grixis because they have cards like Anger and occasionally Lightning Bolt in their deck, but it's better against the Tarmogoyf versions of Death Shadow. Huh. So that concession's kind of interesting. So that concession, like, tells me that there's a good chance they don't have a second Anger of the Gods in their deck. Because, like, they conceded there, and they weren't dead on board, and Anger of the Gods was going to clean that board up really well. So, like, should I bring in this Forge-Tender that's probably really bad against the rest of their deck if they only have one Anger? Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Yeah, but they can still win from 3. Oh, they can't fetch red. Okay, good call. Good call. They couldn't fetch red. Okay. But they could draw... Maybe they didn't have a shock land. Okay, so they need Anger plus a land. So maybe they do have multiple Anger. What is this Forge-Tender better than? It's better than an Eldritch Evolution? Probably. Evolution's pretty bad in the matchups that kill all your stuff. It's good against the decks where you need to find specific hate pieces quickly, but it's pretty bad when they're just, like, killing all of our things. Cards like Anger of the Gods are another reason why you should board out Birds of Paradise in matches like this that are full of removal. This is just like a card. In addition to being a bad top deck in the late game, it gets caught up in their sweepers and cleared away. Also, having our Birds of Paradise in play is pretty mediocre when we're often wanting to put Engineered Explosives on one. The reason I like to play Pia and Kiran Nalaar in decks like this is because it hedges Affinity really nicely. No, I don't think Evolution is better than Chord. When Chord of Calling gets Stubborn Denialed, it's just a 1-for-1. When Evolution gets Stubborn Denialed, I lost a creature. So I don't think it's better than that in this matchup. In the matches that are attrition based, this is a live top deck when everyone's board is empty. This is not a live top deck when everyone's board is empty. It's fine against humans. I wouldn't say it's good against humans. Passable would probably be the word I would use to describe it. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's got a Lotus Cobra and it's got a piece of removal in it. It's obviously land heavy, but like we're gonna be able to draw every card. We're gonna be able to cast every card we draw this game. And my opponent's deck is playing a bunch of Thought Seizes, so like mulliganing to try and be better against a deck full of Thought Seizes is like not how you succeed in life. Probably go tap land on one and to like fetch a forest, play a Cobra on two. Unless we rip like a voice. Yeah, Pia and Kiran Nalaar is good with Voice of Resurgence. The voice on 2 into Eldritch Evolution, my voice into Pia on 3 puts 8 power into play across 4 bodies, which is like that's like a real aggro clock, right? Like turn 3, 8 power. Like, you know, we do like this mirroring of like a crappy aggro deck. We'd be a little bit happier if one of these lands was one of our 3 Horizon Canopies, but beggars can't be choosers.
This. I need this. I need this.
I don't know how that works. I think you gotta play the first one. You gotta play the first one. Or the second one? Yeah, you gotta play the second one. You gotta play that one. There you go.
No, it's my game.
It's the Masks game, yep.
This.
If you wanted to beat big mana decks, you should play a deck that does not include the card Birds of Paradise. That's what you should do. You should just choose to not register the card Birds of Paradise. I know that like physically hurts me to say, but like every deck in Modern has a bunch of matchups it can't beat, and when you choose to register Birds of Paradise, you're gonna choose to lose to Valakut. That's just how life goes. Them's the beats. That's how the cookie crumbles. Whatever metaphor you prefer to use. No, you can't play that one. It's locked, dude. You gotta beat all the other levels before you can get to that game. You gotta beat this level first. I know it's tough. There's no cheat codes for the PJ Masks game. There might be, but I'm not looking them up.
No.
Look at him jumping. Make him jump. Make him jump! Look at him go! I like how Fetch Shock Myself used to be like a meme in Modern, and now it's just like Fetch Shock Myself is just like what the best deck in the format does. That's how games work now.
Whack. Against this.
Yeah, I think I actually already have that in the queue. No, I have Blue-Red Breach in the queue. Do I have Blue-Red Breach in the queue twice? They're different Blue-Red Breach decks, alright. Yeah, we played it last night. Yeah, joke's on you, opponent. Little does my opponent know. It's gonna give them 4 points of health. Who do I give health to here? It's probably them, right? To make their Death Shadow worse. It's probably better to target them. Yeah, they'd be like Fetch Shock. You wanna watch the paint show? I got your back, Jack. Good old make you gain 4. That used to be a meme too, right? Give your opponent health? Why would you want to do that? God, look at what a goddamn professional I am. Cleverly hid my Mirran Crusader on top of my deck. Get got, opponent. Declan, I need you to calm your stuff. You're not hurt. Declan is 2.5, and Jake is almost 4. No, dude, you gotta play one of these ones. You gotta play this one or that one. Pick. That one has a lock on it. You gotta wait. It's fine, I wasn't using that spell anyways, opponent. Joke's on you. Big fishing, spin the G's, we doing big fishing up in NYC. Taking care of children is a lot like taking care of drunk people. They're loud, they're obnoxious, they spill bodily fluids everywhere, and they're very ungrateful for all the things that you do for them. But eventually, they grow up and they fetch things for you. So there's more return on your investment than just helping a drunk person. So that's nice. No, I don't think I want a Canopy. I think I'd rather wait until to Canopy on the turn that I can play. Do I want to double here? I can trade my voice for the Skirmag Angler? That seems like a great exchange for me, right? Okay. Getting a TBR out of their hand on an attack that's not lethal is pretty good for us. Look, anyone who's a parent is going to agree with what I just said, okay? So their battle rage just did 4 to us there, right? God bless us, everyone. And on that day, we were gifted a Swag Dadderson. And the Swag Dadderson was good. Oh, is he good. Swag Daddy! Swag Daddy! You have a 2.5 and a 4.5. Oh, yours are right about the same as mine then, JMM. Your older one's a little bit older than mine, than Jacob. Do I want to smash here? I feel like I want to smash here. Do I want to trade Swag Dadderson for Gurmag Angler next turn? That's the question. I don't think I do. I think I want to try and draw a Resto. Resto is besto. No idea, Dazer. And this, the way this game's played out, I know it's looked like we've gotten pretty lucky, and well, we have. But, this is, how you have to play these games against Death Shadow, which makes it kind of, tough to interact with. It's because they're just taking all of your best cards away, you have to be live off the top, so you just have to, rip live ones all the time. Well, that's just like we drew it up, chat. It's not trade Swag Dadderson, because we have a Restoration Angel. They get less drunk, more ungrateful. That's fantastic. Alright, so we're at 20. Do I want to smash them with this Crusader? I think I want to smash them with this Crusader. Twin sound, that sounds tough. I like one little pooper at one time is tough. Like I can't even imagine two. Alright, so this is theoretically a 10-10, so like we could die to Battle Rage because of this attack, but like I also just need to kill my opponent, right? For drawing like this, we should switch to the People's Cannon. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm gonna play after this today. I guess this is only match 2, right? Yeah, a little while. We'll see how long this takes. This league might take the whole morning. I didn't flash it in because it gives... I could upkeep it, is probably the optimal timing for it. But, like, I don't want to give my opponent a chance to draw, like, a Terminate or a Dismember for my Thragtusk because I really want this trigger to resolve. This tank gives me hope that either my opponent's cat has knocked their drink over on their keyboard or they have not drawn Snapcaster / Team or Battle Rage. One of those two things. So ideally, if they smash with everything, I want to position myself so I don't lose the game to a 10-10 double strike, and then I can kill them on the backswing. This is a question we want to ask ourselves. The Thragtusk I play in paper has, like, gold chains altered on him and has a plaque that says Swagtusk. It's fantastic. Best alter NA. No, I don't think the Death Shadow matchup is very good. If the Death Shadow if someone's playing like Arilax crappy Death Shadow that doesn't have Team or Battle Rage, the matchup is fine. But if like the Death Shadow player is smart and has 1 to 2 copy, you should have 2 copy. If you're playing Grixis Death Shadow, there should be this many Team or Battle Rage in your deck, just above the board. If they're smart and they have 2 Team or Battle Rage in their deck, I don't think this matchup is good for us on average. Like, this game that we're winning involved, like, drawing Mirran Crusader on 3 after they Inquisitioned us, and then, like, running off Thragtusk into Restoration Angel. Like... And, like, people like to take matches like this and just like, okay, if we win this, you'll go, oh, that Kiki Cord deck's pretty good against Death Shadow. But, like, I think it's not unreasonable to be objective about, like, the result of this game and be like, well, that's probably not how this goes on average most of the time, right? Like, you don't always rip your 1-of Mirran Crusader the turn after they thought seize you. You don't always peel the Thragtusk into the Restoration Angel to buffer your health total to be able to beat Team or Battle Rage. I think that's not how Magic the Gathering works. Correct, yeah. Our deck has more moving pieces than theirs does, and their deck is like they have Mishra's Bubble in their deck too, right? Pretty sure we saw Bubble last game. So like their deck's like 52 cards. So their deck has less moving parts and they see it's smaller on top of their ops and their Serum Visions and whatnot. Dude, you have to start on one of the first 2 levels. Oh, you got to the 3rd level. Look at that. There's the 3rd level. Play the 3rd level. No, you can't skip to the end. You have to play them one at a time. No, I'm not buying you the last level. You have to work for it. I know, it's a tough life. There's no handouts here. This is Trump's America. I shouldn't make political statements like that on stream. I am moderately left-leaning. That's the... Oh god, are we gonna die to a 12-12? Fuck! They have the Teamer Battle Rage! Oh god! Oh god! We're just dead, right? Are we dead? I feel like I'm dead. So I do this. I do this here. I do this here. And I put these 2 here. And this is gonna do 8. No, this is fine, right? This is 9. I'm gonna take 3. I think we're actually not dead. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. We did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray!
Yes, wow! Wow!
Wow!
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Thrag into Resto was savage. Modern is a skill game. Have a timeout for that. We don't use the archard word in derogatory sense here. Welcome to everyone that's hanging out here this morning. My name is Jeff Holger. We're playing some Modern Magic the Gathering with Kiki Chord. If you're enjoying what you see, if you like us peeling the perfects to beat Death Shadow because we're lucky, make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps the people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. Would love to buy and sell. I'm going to take your tablet away if you don't calm down. If it makes you that upset, I'm taking it away. Yeah, then go over there and play with it, or I'm going to take it away. The Think Finks with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here. I do appreciate it. Daddy can't chill his sponsors while you're squeaking, Declan. Can we take like a 60-second break from squeaking so Daddy can chill? No, you don't get to play that one. I'm sorry. You're really going to make a sponsor that we can play? You're not wrong. MTGOtraders.com will have to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. You're going to lose your mask game. I'm going to take it away. Okay. Okay, there you go. Go. Okay, alright. InkedGaming.com. Would love to help you guys spread your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you get 12% custom playmats, mouse pads, binders. They really do it all. You can upload your own custom arc or choose from library custom arc there on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck, and you can rent a deck for a weekend up to an entire month with them. No. Fetch lands give you good mana fixing in Modern. They allow you to play around Blood Moon, or play with Blood Moon. So no, I don't think cutting fetch lands is a good idea from good decks that play them. Oh yeah, just got the Eidolon. This is how you be good with Kiki Chord. Have your Storm Hate in your opening hand against the Storm deck. Watch them just kill us on their turn 3 before we can play the Eidolon, but like, we have the Eidolon in our opener at least. We've got that going for us. Ooh, no turn 2 Dork. gonna leave myself on mute momentarily while Declan has his meltdown about losing his tablet, and then we'll be back here in a second. He'll scream himself out in a second. He wanted to play a PJ Masks game, but it doesn't. You have to like play through the levels in order, and he wants to scroll to the right and play the very last level first. And he just doesn't get that he has to like play through them. Welcome to Modern, bitches. I feel like I should let you listen to Declan scream while this happens, because like Declan screaming is like my inner monologue while I die to Storm on turn 3. Just like had Eidolon of Rhetoric in our main deck in our opening hand, just like opponent untapped with no board and killed us. That's, you know. I flipped it again. This is, whenever I love the die-hard nothing should change in Modern fans that will like look you square in the face and be like, Death Shadow or Splinter Twin is too good, but what Storm is doing right now, this is fine. It's fine. We're deterministically dead, so I'm gonna go ahead and concede just for everyone. Died on actual turn 3. Splinter Twin is too good. Alright, so Forge-Tender protects our hate cards from sweepers. Bring this Teeg in. This is slow, this is slow, this is slow, this is slow. Do you want these other cards? Oh, Aven Mindcensor is a hate card here because it stops Gift Sun Given. Just pretend Declan in the background is my response to like losing to Storm on turn 3. Yeah, Mindcensor's fine. I'll bring in 1 EE because it can tag their shitters and clean up their whatevers. Empty the Warren tokens. Nah, Oath adds a lot of consistency to the deck. It helps you find our 3 different hate cards as well, in addition to just like getting our more explosive turns more consistently. Chat had me going there for a second. I submitted. Yeah, I submitted. Look, I've got my sideboard changes. There's an EE and Teegs and stuff in my deck. If Chat had me worried there for half a second. I was like, oh no, what did I do? What does this hand do? Goes Oath on 1, into Cobra on 2, into Land Chord Eidolon on 3. Seems fine. No, Aethersworn Canonist is a much worse magic card. Most of the decks that you want that type of effect against have access to Lightning Bolt. So the card being a 1/4 as opposed to a 2/2 is very, very relevant. I get it. It feels bad when I could have played Aethersworn Canonist on 2 and I died on their turn 3. That's not going to happen every single game. No, I don't think cards like Thalia are good. Spending 2 mana to counteract their 2-drop with our 2-drop seems awful. I'd much rather have cards like Eidolon, or I'd play an Aethersworn Canonist in addition to Eidolon before I'd play a Thalia. I think that's fine. Opponent doesn't have another land. That's good for us. It's good for us. Get this voice into play. Yeah, ideally dumb. I've lost this matchup with Tron a bunch too. I'm like, what's it? I've been playing the Jeskai Ascendancy deck, and I think I'm 2-1 against Storm with that deck, because that deck just kills them on turn 2 sometimes. So you just like beat them by killing them faster. That deck also plays Silence, which is really funny in this matchup. Remember, they know about the Mindcensor, so I'm just going to play it out. The opponent Oath of Nissa reveals what it gets. The problem is that Eidolon's a worse card in other matchups. Eidolon is okay in the main deck in this deck because Eidolon is decent against Jeskai and Grixis. And Aethersworn Canonist dying to Lightning Bolt in those matchups means that it's not as good as Eidolon. I really like the Ascendancy combo deck I've been playing. It's a lot of fun and feels very powerful. Am I courting for a hate piece here? I probably should court for a hate piece here, right? Just like attack with this, and then like shock in this Stomping Ground and get Canonist. Doing it during their upkeep exposes us to Ritual Anger of the Gods, land Ritual Anger of the Gods, which seems loose. I mean, not really. Opponent kept 1 land cantrip on the draw. Storm keeps 1 land cantrip all the time, just like what their deck does. The deck only has 17 lands in it. You don't mulligan like 1 land cantrip reasonable spells. Like, the results of that game doesn't make my opponents keep greedy. Like, some amount of the time you're gonna keep 1 land cantrip on the draw and you're gonna miss. Like, I'm gonna keep this. My opponent mulligan, we're on the draw. We have Oath to find more lands. We have Evolution and Voice. Acidic Slime isn't in my deck post-board in this matchup. For a true professional, we'll just rip a fetch land here. I love blocking, dickheads. This is such a typical I love modern Storm is fine dickhead response. That's like, it's not even about like the dying to the Storm deck. Like, that tweet was about why can't I play sweet things in the format if that's gonna be allowed. And they might kill us on their 3rd turn here. And am I just supposed to Eidolon? Am I just supposed to play scared and put an Eidolon into play? Nah, I'm not gonna play scared. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Kill me, Storm player. I ain't scared. Hey, Dogwood Crow with the 2-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here. I mean, like, there's a non-zero chance that we, like, rip Eidolon there, and then, we put Eidolon to play there, and they're like, dismember, untap, kill us anyways. Hey, I am Petrodactyl with the 3-month resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome back. Mike Knight, the resub train. Hey, Jeff, love the content. Glad I could look forward to your stream. I'm glad you're enjoying it. 4 months. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for the continued support, folks. All are the reason I'm able to do this. My body is ready to die from an empty board again. And, like, so, just because our opponent can kill us doesn't mean they're going to be able to. And I don't think you should play scared. I think Mindcensor is good because it's good in this matchup. Alright, so what am I doing here? I'm definitely attacking with this. And I think we're going Voice into Eidolon this turn then. Yeah, I think we're going Voice into Eidolon. And this is good because I'm going to turn my bird into the Eidolon here. And the reason why I'm turning the bird into the Eidolon is because this way, if my opponent wants to end step dismember it, they have to give me a voice token to do so. And if they don't have the dismember, they have a spell pierce in their deck. Swan Song. That's gross. Okay. I mean, all right, don't kill me, please. If they don't kill me, they're probably dead here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty close, pretty close. I mean, was Splinter Twin that oppressive? All right, this is. I would like the record to reflect that I hate people that are dicks more than I want their money. I'm gonna go ahead and ban free Jeremy. Free Jeremy Tiwu. Both those players deserve to be banned in Magic the Gathering. And I'm gonna ban you from my chat room. Thanks for your free money. Wank off. People are such turds. Get out of here. Ooh, I made my username appear on Hogland stream. Get banned. That feels good. I haven't banned a sub before. Get out of here. People are so stupid. Just sorry. We got standards. they're low standards, but they exist, okay? Like the record to reflect that they exist. All right. We're witnessing history here, right? All right, hopefully this finds us one of our hate pieces. I feel a little bit bad having not gotten the Aven Mindcensor earlier, taking the fetch land, because I just assumed this Eldritch Evolution was going to resolve. So I feel a little bit bad about that. I guess Scavenging Ooze kind of counts as a hate card, right? It's like a pseudo hate card. No, gone. I've tried to time myself out before for saying stupid stuff. I'm scared now. I thought I was immortal, but now I know I'm not. I'm not getting into it too easy. Google it. God helps those that help themselves. Look it up. Yes, I banned them because of their username. Hopefully the Scavenging Ooze is enough to not die here. It might not be. There's a good chance the Scavenging Ooze is enough to not die here. I think we're dead. I think there's a pretty good chance we're dead here. They've got a lot of rituals. The Swan Song was pretty good. I think it was right to take the fetch land off that first Oath because I just didn't have another land at that current point in time. You could maybe make an argument the way my opponent's hand lined up that I was supposed to just like be aggressive and turn to Eidolon and like not develop my board. But like in a different world, they could just have Dismember and then that's really bad for us. So I'm supposed to put Past in Flames Manamorphose in their graveyard and then eat Gifts and Grape Shot, right? That's what it is. Hey, Magica Fiend with the brand new $4.99 subscription. Thank you very much and welcome. I really appreciate that. Subs are the best way you can support my content here. No, we can't eat the Past in Flames because we never have priority after this card finishes resolving if they're smart. Hey, Applesauce Man with the brand new $4.91 subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate it. Wait, what? Eat your Past in Flames. Opponent punted. Opponent. Okay, so opponent was supposed. Oh, they couldn't flash it back, right? Because they were out of mana? No, this is... They were just dead, right? The line that they took left them dead. Because they only had 3 floating, and this was 4, and this cost 5 to flash back. So the opponent didn't punt. Opponent was dead, and they had to rely on me to punt. So that wasn't a mistake on the opponent's part. If they flashed this back, they would have gone to 0 mana. That's correct. That's correct. The opponent did not make a mistake there. That was their only line. Their only line was hoping I missed it. Hey, Tasty, Mr. Tasty with the 2-month resubscription. Ban 'em all. Thank you very much and welcome back. We're 2-1 now, just the smartest, thinnest player in this competitive modern league. Maybe we can continue my record of cashing every league with this deck. I have 3-2'd 4 out of 4 leagues I've played with this deck, just like the clear definition of mediocrity. You want some pretzels? You want some pretz? I'm good. I'm glad we're done melting down. Seems decent. Can we pay you to ban people? Can you resub on Twitch mobile? I don't think you can resub Prime on mobile. You can do a regular subscription on mobile. What's your game plan against Jeskai Control? Grind them out. Extract maximum value from every card that you play. Board out your Birds of Paradise. Board out your Eldritch Evolutions and play a value game. While you 1-for-1 them a bunch. While I try and 1-for-1 you a bunch. Hey, Pong! With the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. New subscribers, make sure you link your subscribed Twitch account and your Discord account and hop in the subs Discord server. Dealer's choice on fetch land. Sign me up. We're actually looking for fetch land there, so... I probably should have gotten the Windswept Heath, right? This fetch land is strictly better than this one in our deck because it can fetch plains. I wasn't paying attention. I thought they were both foothills. You can definitely pay me to ban yourself. That is 100% an option. Get you a deck donation or a timeout on someone else. Okay, playing against a fair deck. You're gonna play Voice of Resurgence here. For extra money, you can choose which mod bans you. Oh, it's too good. It's too good. I choose Burgle and request a Starkey message with the ban. Turn off auto yield. Plains, cast my pretty voice, sing a song. Boo doo 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 doo. Draw a cat on my bad message. Ew, gross.
Oh.
Someone asked about the Jeskai matchup. Stay a while and listen. Alright, so I get to go ahead and play this here Lotus Cobra. And then I think I'm gonna fetch shock in this Oath of Nissa and this voice. Seems fine. I'm gonna Oath first, actually, see what we get. Because if we get... No, a Renegade Rallier, I don't have enough mana to play anymore, right? It's a Renegade Rallier. Would I prefer a land? I think I want the Rallier, actually. Do I want to just hold this fetch for next turn so I can Rallier it back? I think I might. I think that might be better than jamming the voice here. I guess if they bolt or path this, I'm going to be sad I don't have another voice in play. Yeah, I'm just going to play this other voice out. Might be loose. Don't really need to play around anger game one. They might have a couple of verdicts, but they verdict and leave me 2 voice tokens behind. I'm probably okay with that. Now, I think second voice into verdict mana is fine. A lot of these decks don't have verdicts in the main. At most have 1 or 2, and like leaving me behind 2 power that I'm going to turn into 6 power seems great. This is good for us. Chord of Calling. Okay, so...
No bets.
No more bets. Alright, so we're definitely attacking for 2 here. That's not close. Then the question becomes, what do I want to do after that? Because I have this Restoration Angel and this Chord of Calling in my hand, I kind of want to just stick this Eidolon. Like, Eidolon makes their life pretty miserable. It turns their Snapcaster Mages off, which is one of their better cards in their deck against us, too. I'm gonna do that. I could also, like, evolution this into a Renegade Rallier or a Pia and Kiran Nalaar. Seems appealing. But Eidolon seems decent. Yeah, there are a lot of lines there. I think I like getting Eidolon just because they haven't played a Snapcaster Mage yet, and they definitely have 4 of those in their deck, right? And with Voice in play, Eidolon is extra good because my opponent can't play a spell on my turn without getting punished for doing so. This might get them to fire up the Colonnade here. Which one they go to block here? Take 2, get my Restoration Angel into play. They didn't get an Azcanta activation because they activated their Colonnade. What is this? Is it Through the Breach? I'm pretty dead to it Through the Breach. God damn it. I just want to play fair interactive Magic. I just want to, like, flash in my crappy cards and, like, do some stuff, and then Modern happens. But Splinter Twin is too difficult to interact with. This is much harder to interact with than Splinter Twin. This is much harder to interact with than Splinter Twin. Hey, Ansky with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. Yes, I have Gaddock Teeg and Avalanche Riders. Am I still supposed to cut my birds in this matchup? It's definitely a Forge-Tender matchup. I cut my birds against normal Jeskai, but, like, they have Through the Breach in their deck. So, like, am I supposed to cut my birds here? Probably not all of them. Maybe it's just like this. That's fine. We're destined to 3-2. That's how this works. You just 3-2 all of them. They paid 5 whole mana. They deserve their kill to be uninteractable, right? But Hoagland, you should play discard spells and counter spells if you want to interact with Through the Breach. You have to play blue and black mana. Blurg, 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 blurg. But Hoagland. This team just doesn't do anything. He said, how do you... The Jeskai Breach matchup is probably bad because of the reason why you just saw there. That being said, if our opponent didn't have a combo kill in their deck, they were in a really bad spot that game, right? They were in a really bad spot that game. But I loved my Selfless Spirit. It was so selfless. We get to play this next turn and then get Supreme Verdicted on their turn. My body is ready. It's the most ready to get Supreme Verdicted. I don't understand why we don't just like permanent ban multiple offender cheaters. It seems like such an easy thing to do, right? Could we just like you cheated once, you came back, you cheated again, just like get them gone for good. They're such a stain on your game. We have Hallowed Moonlight, right? That's like the watered down version of Containment Priest. It's a card that exists. Hallowed Moonlight's a magic card. Sure. I just feel like they don't put a lot of thought into a lot of their decisions. Cheating is okay, getting caught is not. Okay, we've got Forge-Tender here insulating against, what's it called? Insulating against anger, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and stick Pia and Kiran Nalaar here. I'm gonna fetch Shock because we're pretty dead if they Emrakul us regardless, so like, there's no point in like keeping your health total above 15 and pretending like that's gonna matter. My opponent goes land, breach, Emrakul, we're dead, so let's just play like they don't have it. I guess I'll let you put it into play. Magic's fun. Had a good time. Good for you, opponent. Alright, once more. Once more. Once more under the breach. It's 10:15. What do we want to play after this? It's a real question. It's the real question. What do we want to do after this? Sounds pretty good. Maybe I should just fetch Temple Garden aggressively there, so that way if we oath in the basic forest like this, I could still play this on 2. Breach, I'm just gonna ban you. Just, I like banning nerds that are stupid. It's my favorite. The list of cards that interact with Breach Emrakul and the list of cards that interact with Attach My Splinter Twin to my Deceiver Exarchs, one of these lists is much longer than the others. That's the thing. One of these lists is much longer than the other. We've got a whole bunch of donation deck lists in the queue. Need to figure out which one we want to do. Maybe we'll play Eldrazi Evolution. I like that deck. And Reality Smasher's bugged, so it'll make for a free league. Deal Areno. So now, ooh, that was a great draw. I was gonna go Cobra into Pia and Kiran Nalaar, But now I get to go Cobra into Rallier into Voice, right?
It was hard.
Oh, I could do all three right now. I think I just want to get the voice into play. I think getting the voice into play under counter magic is more important against a blue-white deck. No, I could have shocked myself on both of these and had mana to do both. They said they're not unbanning or changing anything before the Pro Tour, just for reference. So the Attention Sphere? Kitchen Finks. Huh. That's interesting.
I see. Ah!
Eternal Witness. So I offered that attack before I played Pia and Kiran Nalaar because I didn't want them to know that my voice token was going to be huge. Didn't want them to know my voice token was going to be huge. That's just good deck building right there. That's good deck building. Let's play my 3-mana creature into my 4-mana Wrath. Hold that in case we draw a Cobra. I wasn't going to play the Pia and Kiran Nalaar into the Supreme Verdict, but then they played Kitchen Finks out, so it felt like it was okay. Okay, pick up. I think I want to just resto now, right? So you have to give me a voice token to do that? Okay, deal. Unless I'm getting Wrathed again, that's fine for me. And if I was going to get Wrathed again, they probably wouldn't Mana Leak the Angel. Oh, they could go land Snapcaster Wrath. Because it's Canto Flips. Huh. Okay, so which of my creatures do I want to save here? Do I want to save Witness or do I want to save Voice? I probably want to save Witness, right? Saving the Voice is probably better. You give me the Dirty D? Kitchen Finks, sure. Oh, you know what? I should have played this voice pre-combat probably, right? Get an extra point of damage in here. Yeah, so they'd be going to 11 otherwise. Alright, Wrath me. That's probably loose because I can get Snap Wrathed here. Actual Wrath, yep. They're down to one card, but they've got Azcanta in play. They have a Path as their last card. Path as their last card would be bad for us. Could let them kill one of these and then trade these in combat. But we can't just not attack here, I don't think. Yeah, creatures are... Castable creatures are good draws. Kiki-Jiki would not have been a good draw there. Castable creatures are okay draws. Yeah, right? If my opponent loses this matchup, I feel like they should probably throw their deck away. Just like, has all these main deck, like, kill all the creatures, and so if they lose to the deck full of creatures, their deck's probably not playable. No, they just hate Meddling Mage. Oh, we didn't beat Jeskai Breach. They tapped 5 mana and put an Emrakul into play and we died. It was good, clean, interactive magic. Swag Dadderson. Don't mind if it does. Swag Tusk. Swag Tusk. What are the odds they have a Snapcaster Mage? High? I don't think Gearhulk's very likely out of blue-white. This might be too conservative. Maybe I'm just supposed to, like, ship it and, like, make them trade with their Colonnade. Yeah, I'm probably just supposed to try and get them dead here, right? Like, make them trade their Colonnade. Now they activate Azcanta. Yeah, this is probably loose. Punishing Waterfalls with the donation for the robots list. Add that into the queue here. This pause here is real bad for us. It means they have multiple good options. Oh. Should have fetch shocked more aggressively this game. I could have gotten more lands off their settle. That's a beatable card. They know this Ghost Quarters are strip mine. So they can gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Do I just attack with the elementals again? They have Rev plus 1 card. If I attack with just the elementals, blocking with this doesn't save them. They'd activate this for 5, and then they could gain 1. I don't think we're supposed to alpha. Punishing Waterfalls, can you link me it in text form so I can import it to Magic Online easily? That would be great. Post it to Goldfish or Tapped Out. Yeah, swinging out seems bad. I played around Snap Settle last turn. I want to play around Snap Settle this turn. So, like, this loses to Path plus... They could Snap Path here for 3... And then Rev for 3, right? This is 1, 2, 3, and then they could Rev for 3. This attack, they get to chump and then, or they get to trade and then path one if they have just a path to exile. I think attacking with 2 is right here. So that way I have 2 lethal attackers on the backswing. I'll attack with Thrag plus a voice token. That's not terrible. That way if they trade with this, I have a beast token left over. Yeah, that's better. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. As you will. Oh. We played around Snapcaster Mage so well. This might be a Snap Path Chump Block Rev for 3, though. They are going to settle the stack. Okay, that's good. That means they're not revving this turn, so we got that going for us.
Okay, this is Mommy Dan.
You got all your blocks? You sorted the colors? It's pretty good. Good job.
Mommy Dan. Mommy. Mommy Dan.
So, like, now they're in a position to rev for 6, and they get to block here. They get to go to exactly 1 after revving for 6. That really sucks. God, that sucks. There was no point in playing this pre-combat because they just block here. This is just a rev for infinite. They go to exactly 1. Did I miss a point of damage somewhere this game? It probably did. Probably could have been slightly more aggressive at some point. I don't think I'm supposed to play this. You didn't play a voice pre-combat 1 turn. Yeah, you're right, man. We did do that. He didn't play a voice pre-combat 1 turn. Missed a point that way. They have 6 cards in their hand. I assume this won't resolve. Oh, because you don't know how Renegade Rallier works. That's tough. Messed that game up. Definitely messed that game up. Reclamation Sage is good here. Gonna trim a couple birds and bring Teeg and Reclamation Sage in. His Avalanche Riders is good too. Seems fine. I don't think I want anything else up here. Baloth could be okay. I don't know if it's better than Bird or not. It's probably better than Bird. Just like a 4/4 for 4. It's less good here than it is against Jeskai, but I think just a 4/4 for 4 is better than having a Birds of Paradise in my deck in this matchup. Birds of Paradise is pretty terrible here. Fairy Justice cannot kill someone at 5 life. State-based actions to check if you're dead only happen at the end of a card resolving, right? I'm pretty sure that's true. I don't think so. I think Crumble for Colony. I guess it kills Azcanta too. Alright, in. They play Azcanta too. In. I ended up cutting Path entirely because your matches that are bad, Path doesn't really help. Like, Fiery Justice is better than Path against Shadow, and Engineered Explosives is better than Path against humans and against Shadow a lot of the time. So I'd rather play these cards. You're worse against Eldrazi, which is actually one of our losses in this league, but I think you're better against a lot of other decks that you care about. This is better against Affinity as well. No, it doesn't, Burgle, but just like taking the one out that's in play seems fine. This hand just doesn't do anything. Seems pretty good. Turn 1, this, turn 2. This would actually be better as a bird in this hand, right? We'd go bird into Rallier on 2. I'm gonna top that, and I'm just not gonna play the Oath on 1 since I want to draw that anyways. Why am I on the sponsor screen? Why are we on the sponsor screen? I must have hit a hotkey. Do I have a hotkey to jump to there? I definitely didn't click on that. Thanks, sorry. I don't know why the sponsor screen was up. That's weird. Thanks for the heads up. Oh, you know what? I think control... My hotkey settings. Clear. Okay. Successfully cleared my hotkeys. I was copying and pasting a link, and I had Control-Shift-C set to switch scenes from forever ago. Guess I'm gonna get this. Maybe I was supposed to just save that and get Sacred Foundry. That could also be better as Selfless Spirit there. Plays her own voice a little bit. Yeah, it's possible I'm supposed to bank on like the draw red eventually. I think the actual line was probably just like hold this fetch for Sacred Foundry and then play this next turn. I'm just gonna get spread off another red source here. Just hate myself. Nope, not yet. Okay, that's good. Ooh, Cobra. I think I actually want to play Baloth here to encourage them to Wrath, and then I can play Pia and Kiran post Wrath to pump the voice token. My final league for the day? No, probably not. Only 10:30. I think someone just put in some extra democracy points for what's it called? Someone just put in some extra democracy points for whatever that deck is called, Spanish Inquisition, so we'll run off a league with that after this. If I get settled here, I get 3 lands and a voice token, so I think I'm okay with that. So I made this attack knowing that Settle the Wreckage could possibly happen. I think I'm okay with getting 3 lands here. I could have played the Lotus Cobra there too, but I think I want to play around a Wrath a little bit here. It's been a while since we played the Amulet Titan deck. The Amulet Titan deck just feels like it has so much air in it, it's just not very good. No, Settle the Wreckage exiles the things it gets rid of. Can you help with something? Rid of my Thupters. That's rude. I liked my Thupters opponent. Chord of Calling. It's decent. They're at 8. I want to play something here. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Cobra out. This was a missed point of damage if I was playing the Cobra out anyways. So when they end this game at 1 again, I'll die. Kiki-Jiki can't copy Pia and Kiran Nalaar, just for reference. Missed a point because I'm a big idiot. What are the odds, chat, that my control opponent, who has 4 cards in hand, doesn't have a counterspell or removal spell? Low? It's very low, right? So, like, you shouldn't just jam your Chord of Calling. Chord of Calling is a finesse card. You wanna use it to generate value and get your opponent in some way, shape, or form. That's what you want to do with Chord of Calling. I'm gonna take this Swag Dad. So this attack would have been lethal if I would have played the Cobra pre-combat last turn. Things that are worth noting. I'm gonna Chord for Restoration Angel and blink my token here. That way they don't draw a card. Cryptic Command's the reason not to try and play something out there to kill them. Remember in Magic, if a spell's only target is removed, the rest of the spell doesn't resolve. So by restoing my voice token there, my opponent doesn't get to draw a card with their Cryptic Command.
I see
No, they're trying to find a Wrath. I don't want them to give it. They're dead to my attack. You want me to see your house? The house is pretty cool. The house is pretty cool. I like it. You want to bring the house over here? Be careful.
Hey.
Can we show your house to the internet?
A podcast.
Look at our house, chat. Look at our house. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's big.
It is big. I know. You made 3 rooms in it.
I want big, more big. I want big. More big, I'm more big.
More big. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just attack with this Restoration Angel, make them have a path. This is postboard. We find a Restoration Angel here, we can kill them, I think. Is there a land left in my deck?
Hey.
Is there a land left in my deck that I can fetch? There isn't, is there? 2 Stomping Grounds, a Temple Garden, a Sacred Foundry. 2 Stomping Grounds, a Temple Garden, a Sacred Foundry. I guess Selfless Spirit's kinda lethal. So the problem is this Misty Rainforest can't get anything. These cards are good in different ways. Do I play around a Wrath? I feel like I'm not supposed to play around a Wrath. Oh, and they gain 2 as well, so this isn't good for us. Oh no, they kept a card. It's not good for us. Alright, well, we tried. Oh. Okay, sweet. Less bad than it could be. They're dead on board, right? They need a path. Alright, got it. Because I wanted to kill them. My goal was to end the game that turn. I wanted to kill them. Submit. Blinking Pia and Kiran Nalaar means we're going to kill them through spot removal. That's the reason why I did what I did. I wanted to kill them through a path to exile, or they happen to have timely reinforcements, so we killed them through that too. But we're more likely to kill them through things with the line that I took. Whereas, like, if we get we rally or the Oath, I guess we get a little bit of value that way. But like, I had a Thragtusk in my hand, so like I wasn't really looking for value, right? Search is great, gives me a window to play voice. Well, this turn's great, right? So I get to go Cobra, then I get to play this, Say yes. And this makes green. Then I get to play this and play Lotus Cobra. And then I can crack this fetch and get a Sacred Foundry. And this says no. And then I can always yes, always yield, and then play voice here. Voice is very good. You're not wrong. Wrath kind of sucks here, but that's what it is. Sphinx is whatever. Don't really care about that one. Rallier is an amazing draw. The biggest thing we can do this turn. We get Acidic Slime them. I'm gonna start by attacking with this Voice of Resurgence. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get back Voice of Resurgence. Then I'm gonna play this fetch land. I think I just want to Acidic Slime them, right? I think I just want to Acidic Slime them, right? How do we feel about that? Can I just like Acidic Slime their Celestial Colonnade? Is that unreasonable? Kiki plus Selfless is cute. It's not great against Path to Exile, though, right? Do I need this untapped? No, right? Because I have 1, 2. This will be 3, and then 4, 5 from Cobras. I think I just want to land D them. Come on, Twitch chat. You love land destruction. This is like Twitch chat's bread and butter. LD is Twitch chat's bread and butter. Yeah, we're gonna play the Selfless Spirit. Like, that's not a question. The question is, what am I evolving into? I think Acidic Slime sounds great. Your turn, opponent. Now they need, like, White Source, and they need Path, and they need Wrath. Okay, there's a White Source. Sorry, Kitchen Finks, okay. Hopefully we hit a Resto or an Evo here so we can blink this Acidic Slime. Kiki also gets Acidic Slime. Renegade Rallier. I mean, alright. I wasn't going to attack, but now this seems fine, right? Man, rallying back Voice just isn't even fair. It's just unreasonable. You don't want that negate, opponent. It does make Rust. I mean, it kind of makes Resto worse, right? I don't know. I kind of like pushing 2 extra points of damage there by attacking with the thing. They're at 14 now. We do have lethal on board. We do not have lethal through a what's it called? A Settle the Wreckage, but timely reinforcement, sure, probably. We don't have lethal through that one either, but we'll beat them down slow and steady. Oh, I'm gonna hold this one back. Just keep swinging, swinging, swinging. Do 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 do. Opponents learning, they didn't block the voice this time. They did not block the voice this time. And now, I still have lethal on board, right? So I should just pass the turn here. So we got punished for shipping the slime in, but I think we're still in a good spot. We're still in an okay spot. Yep. It's pretty good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gonna end step this resto. Oh, could have restoed the targeted one there to keep the other. Yeah, and then I would have had lethal, right? Yeah, I missed that. Why'd you make the bad line, Hogland? Because I missed it. Because I missed it. We did that last game too, right? That's even something I talked about. I was just so focused on like the resto getting something back with the Rallier that I didn't stop and count. Yeah, those are your colors. Good job.
A pool. That's pool.
The good old spot check to see if you're Selfless Spirits or not. Indestructible, destructible. We're indestructible. Kiki's indestructible. Gonna 3 to the league. 3 to the league. Gonna 3 to the league. So we missed lethal the previous turn, but we got there just like the perpetual 3/2s. I like this deck. The games that you actually get to play, like playing this deck against the blue, white, and the Jeskai decks is just like, that's magic. That's magic that I really enjoy. I really enjoy playing. I like playing this deck against other interactive decks. If you're someone that gets frustrated by just getting run over in Modern, though, this is not a deck that you should play. This deck is going to lose a lot of games of Magic to just getting run over and not getting to play Magic. That's just how it goes. It doesn't have a bunch of thought seasons and stuff in it to play through that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you want to play Kiki Chord, I think this deck is reasonable and kind of competitive. I think you know, so that puts me, that's 5 leagues I've 3-2'd with it. So what, I'm 15 and 10. So just I am the 66%. If you wanna hedge things like, yes, you're big. We get it. The Crusader main is fine. The Crusader main attacks with a reasonable amount of power and is very good against Death Shadow. If your goal is to give yourself the best chance to win in Modern, you should not play this deck. if you are like me and you really enjoy casting the card Restoration Angel, you will win a non-zero amount of games playing this deck of magical cards. That's my hard sell sales pitch. It ain't good, but if you love Restoration Angel, it's moderately competitive. Just, you know. And everyone else does whatever they want in Modern, so you should do what you want in Modern too. And if you enjoy casting Restoration Angel, and gosh, I enjoy casting Restoration Angel, this deck's a fine choice. You have a Prague off screen? You really need a non-zero emote? That's true. Be like a one is not none emote. So I actually don't really have enough time to do another full league, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a morning for Magic.